guys give me a couple days. I'm gonna be right back with the update on the P80. What I did to fix it. Look. I got it running smoothly, so I had to put the extended magazine in it because it looks cooler to celebrate. You see what I'm saying? So don't say nothing about the extended magazine in the comments, because I know y'all really like to start hating, man. It's just because it look cool and I'm excited, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the shooting footage right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen and y'all see. Look, first thing, I know my sights is crooked. I know that they leaning. I know they off a perk. I know my sights are doing the stanky leg, but that don't matter. Look at how it's performing. Look at how, you see what I'm saying? Look at how my sights don't matter because it's still running. And look, another mag going in and we doing it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have my little moment right here because it feels so good to finally get a P80 to run. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but when I finally get my P80 running, like after I've been messing with this thing for, I don't know how long. I've been messing with this thing for like 3 weeks. And y'all seen the video before, I was having some malfunctions. I couldn't get it right. Like, I finally got this shit to work, and all I had to do was just a couple of things that I talked about in the last video, man. It feels so good to finally get it to work. And now I got my dude, I let him shoot it, and I'm really trying not to roast your ass for how your face look right here while you aiming. I'm concentrating very hardly, but you my friend, so I'm not gonna say nothing on the YouTubes. But next time I see you, we gotta talk about this. But he came out here, he went ahead and shot it with me. He went shooting with me that day. I tried to give him a few pointers. My dude ended up being decent after I gave him a few tricks. Like, I told him 2 things to do while he was shooting, and he just started headshots. That don't matter about nothing about the P80, but you can see it ran for him, it ran for me, and I got this range officer right here. He's the one that's shooting. He's the one that's about to shoot, and he was making fun of my sights. But he knew how much trouble I was having with this P80 at first, because I go to that range a lot. I talk to all of them. I'm friends with all of them. So I was telling them how much trouble I was having with this P80. And so you can see in the beginning of that other video, he was like, is that the one that you was having troubles with? And then he went and shot it, ran perfectly, ran flawlessly. And then I let one of the other range officers shoot it, and he had a couple hiccups. I don't know what that was, but then I went and shot it right after him, and it was back to flawless. I'm thinking, well, I'm hoping that it's still just in this break-in period, because I haven't even put 300 rounds through it, so it's still in this 300 round break-in period, and I'm hoping that's just all that was, you know, the hiccups that he was having. A lot of you guys were saying in the last video that I need to change the extractor out. For those of you who don't know, the extractor is this piece right here. So right now there's nothing in the chamber, so the extractor is flat. If there was something in the chamber, this one has an indicator to where there would be a bump right there. That little piece right there would stick out, and I could just run my finger right here to tell if there's one in the chamber. And what the extractor does is when the slide comes back and there's one in the chamber, let's see, let me try to show you guys. It's this little piece right here. You see how it's got like a little lip? Can you see that? So that grabs the bullet, that grabs the back of the bullet and pulls it out, and then it hits this piece right here as it gets pulled out and shoots it out the side, and then grabs the next bullet as it comes in. So a lot of you guys were saying that I need to upgrade my extractor, because like I was telling you guys, this came as a package deal, and so I got it just because it was, you know, at a good price instead of doing it the normal way that I build these. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy an OEM extractor, or maybe an upgraded extractor that a lot of you guys are recommending, and see how that runs, you know. So I'm gonna go over what I did, just for those of you all who have not watched the last video or just want to recap on what I said I was gonna do to change it. So to start off, I sanded and polished the feed ramp in there. You see how it's silver and the rest of the barrel is gold? The feed ramp right there in the barrel. I went ahead and polished, sanded it, and then I also did the same exact thing to the rails, sanding them down again. I did not polish them, but I did Dremel them down, sand them down so they are smooth. I did that. I also, like I said I was gonna do, I put a OEM recoil spring. I just took the slide off, OEM recoil spring, Gen 3. I went ahead and did that. And then the last thing that I changed was my firing pin spring. So I haven't had any light primer strikes. I think we shot 100 rounds through it yesterday, give or take. I would say more about 75, about a box and a half, and had no light primer strikes. Not trying to jinx myself, knock on wood. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but had no light primer strikes. The only thing we had was just a couple hiccups in one of the like 4 mags that I shot. And I don't even remember which mag it was, but I know I shot mainly OEM. I think only OEM Glock mags through it yesterday. So I don't think it was the mag's fault. I think it was still just things just not broken in all the way. It is a pretty gun though, isn't it? I'm telling you, I'm gonna get some tall, high sights on it. And probably, I might go with the Trigicon on this one. If I get it running smoothly, I'm not gonna put the Trigicon on something that isn't like completely perfect. I mean, this thing ran great, but it did have those hiccups. So I'm gonna make sure I get it out of its breaking period and it's still running flawlessly, still running great. And then I might put a Trigicon on here, definitely a mag well, and some tall, high sights, and I think it's gonna look perfect. And a black barrel too. I do not like the gold barrel in this one. I'm done buying gold barrels. I literally just got it because it was a package deal. I don't really like these gold threaded barrels. I like the black ones or the flush ones, especially for this slide, how it has that cutback. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is there any other thing that you think that I could do to improve this, or anything that helped you out in building your process? Because definitely watching other people fail is how I learn the most. It's how I learned to fix things before there even was a problem. So I didn't know anything about the rails until I got to this one. So hopefully I can help you guys out whenever you build your next one. Speaking of that, I'm gonna post another video in maybe 2 days, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days, on how to get a P80 after the ban, how to still get one. Yes, it's still gonna be legal. Of course, everything I do on the channel is legal. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Turn the post notifications on so that you guys can see that video. All right, I'm being serious. Turn them on, Lethal Legion down in the comments. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in so much. I love y'all, I appreciate it. I'll see y'all. Bye.